Good morning, everybody. This is going to be a severe weather update for a large part of the Central Plains. The Storm Prediction Center this morning at 8 a.m. has updated the risk for today. It's got a large slight risk, goes all the way from South Texas. We got an enhanced risk from Lubbock northward along the New Mexico border, then into eastern Colorado, well up into McCook, Nebraska, and then a big chunk of Kansas. They've also issued a moderate risk for significant severe weather, including potentially significant tornadoes. Today, we've got a big 2% area, 5% area, 10%, and a 15% hash for significant damaging tornadoes. Today's going to be a pretty good size outbreak today. A lot of wind and hail as well. A lot of wind and hail threats pretty large too, probably baseball size hail. Let's go to this morning's satellite picture. This is I've got it centered over southeast Colorado and the southwest Kansas area. This morning, me and Kathy and quite a few chasers are in the Garden City area, and we're going to head out west here. And this is the area, it's going to be kind of north of Springfield. It's going to be Lamar area. This is the area where thunderstorms seem to break out by early afternoon and then start tracking toward western and northwestern Kansas with a warm front as well. The other area that we're focusing, this is one of the models, this is a 12Z, what we call the HRRR model, and it gives us a general idea. Again, this is not exact. This is going to be approximately where it thinks the best storms are going to have the best helicity tracks today. And so right now there's going to be, it looks like we've got more isolated. There's a little more of a cap south, which limits the number of storms as you get farther north up here on the warm front, as well as a little bit less cap. There's also going to be a surface low, meso-low track out of southeast Colorado toward the general area of Goodland this afternoon. And so along that track is we're probably going to see the most violent tornadoes today, possibly the most long track tornadoes today. As you go farther south into Texas, West Texas here, Amarillo, Borger, Pampa, Dalhart, they're going to be more isolated, and you see kind of individual tracks across this area. So today we're going to focus east central Colorado, southeast Colorado, western Kansas. Expect significant tornadoes. Some could be very damaging tornadoes along this warm front as it lifts to the northeast, as long as the surface low tracks northeast. That's kind of the game plan for today. Where we're going overnight, there was some QLC tornadoes in the line that tracked to the west of Oklahoma City, did significant damage in El Reno. Had a tornado came down on I-40, hit a hotel and some mobile home trailer park area and killed 2 individuals. Unfortunately, just a lot of damage there. That line continued east overnight and would continue to do damage. We had tornadoes, waiting for official confirmation, but it looked like we had tornadoes additionally. Southwest Tulsa came out of Sapulpa, did damage across Sapulpa, South Tulsa, Jinx area, Broken Arrow area. Those were more of a smaller tornado, a little bit weaker than the El Reno tornado that they happened earlier in the evening. And but there's a string of damage across South Tulsa this morning from those tornadoes overnight. Last night, they came out of Texas and the squall line punched east with tornadoes along it. Same thing could happen again today. Tomorrow's a little bit smaller area as far as tornado risk tomorrow. It's going to be the cap comes in and everything kind of shuts down a little bit. There might be some tornadoes up here in western Nebraska and northern Kansas tomorrow in that general area. So we'll see what happens on Monday. And then Tuesdays, we get into Tuesday, expect another major outbreak on Tuesday as a major trough comes out with surface low. And again, the under the gun is going to be eastern Nebraska, Iowa, eastern Kansas, northern Oklahoma, western Missouri. We're going to have a draw line. We're going to have a triple point somewhere, probably in eastern eastern Nebraska on Monday afternoon with a strong draw line down the I-35 corridor. And the parameters are very high for significant outbreak of severe weather. I would not be surprised. They've had an enhanced risk now at the Storm Prediction Center for a couple of days for Monday. So I would not be surprised if we don't end up with a moderate risk once we figure out where the banner is going to be and the timing of the upper wave and those kind of things. But the area I'm very concerned about on Monday is going to be the Omaha area, Lincoln area, Des Moines area. This area right here, it's going to be in the left quadrant of the jet. Surface low is going to be tracking up like this, somewhere in this general area of eastern Nebraska on Monday. So I think that could be Tuesday, Today's Sunday. Too many days on the road. But anyway, today is going to be western Kansas, eastern Colorado. Tomorrow's going to be like southern Nebraska, northeast Colorado. And then as we get into Tuesday, we're going to be looking more like eastern Nebraska, eastern Kansas outbreak. And then it shuts down for a couple of days, then starts again. But anyway, that's kind of the next 3 days. There's a lot of information there. But today, you got to be very situation aware. Actually in a large area, all the way from Sheridan, Wyoming, all the way down the Front Range, including the Denver metro area, all the way down to far west Texas, down by Midland, and even Pueblo. A big chunk of eastern Colorado is enhanced to moderate. So this whole corridor area could be tornadoes. And as we go in the evening, the jet strengthens tonight. There could be additional damaging tornadoes, both on the warm front up across northern Kansas, the I-70 corridor, and then all the tornado storms that form back out west here. There's going to be long track tornadoes all across this area. So that's the area we need to be out. We need to be watching for. There's also been just tremendous flooding over a large area of Oklahoma and Kansas that is continue to get worse by the day as we continue to have repeated thunderstorms. We've had a lot of flooded roads, even in western Kansas and Colorado. Observed yesterday, we had about a 2 or 3 inch rain in about an hour, and all the farm fields here in western Kansas and eastern Colorado were just underwater. I mean, extreme flooding everywhere over the plains. It's kind of unprecedented, and it looks like this doesn't end very well. San Angelo, it's probably going to be just to your northwest today, the worst, and then you just need to watch that tail end Charlie stuff comes out of Midland and Fort Stockton, some of that stuff back out here. You might get a straggler back just to your northwest. I think that the worst is going to stay northwest of San Angelo today from the comment there. Thanks for tuning in. We're trying to get ready here in Garden City this morning, filling up the car, getting the car washed, and getting everything prepared. But we're going to be in a very rural area today. I think the chances of streaming this afternoon is going to be very, very limited at best. I had even a difficult time yesterday even getting a single tweet out in real time. So I think today's going to be very limited. But I do expect a significant tornado outbreak today. And there's going to be very damaging tornadoes. The fortunate thing is most of the areas where the strongest tornadoes are going to be very rural area of eastern Colorado and western Kansas. You never know if it's going to hit a particular city or not. But the only thing fortunate enough of the outbreak today, it's going to be in very high plains and very rural areas. So that's the only thing fortunate about today that I can tell you about right now. But stay weather aware. As you can see last night, tornado damage in Oklahoma. Even if it's a squall line with these QLC tornadoes and flooding, I can't impress upon you enough. We've already had a couple of very hair-raising experiences on the road the last couple of days with intense flash flooding, even on state highways where water just overruns the highway, and it's like mud flows coming out of fields. Some crazy stuff we've witnessed over the last couple of days. So anyway, be very weather over the next 3 days. A lot of stuff's going to happen. Thank you so much for tuning in. TornadoAlleyVideo.com and TwisterChasers.com.
Tornado Alley Video on YouTube.
Yeah, Tornado Video. That's what I'm on, baby. I'm on YouTube.
Tornado Alley Video on YouTube. Please subscribe. Thank you for being a subscriber. And also, hi, didn't know I was going to be on. Thank you for being a subscriber to our channel. We really appreciate it. Click that little bell so you get notified of our updates. And also follow Jeff at Jeff_Petrosky on Twitter, and then Periscope, obviously, and TwisterChasers.com. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye. Have a wonderful day.